Good afternoon to you all. It's happy to see full house. So the idea of this session, and we are having one more session in the adjacent hall. So the idea is to take you all through what we are actually doing in the renewable energy field, and in particular with green hydrogen. In the adjacent hall, my colleague, so from MEC Intelligence, Mr. Siddharth Jain, so who has helped us prepare the Kochi Hydrogen Hub roadmap along with the GIZ. So he's presenting there. Here I'll be taking you through what kind of pilots we are doing in green hydrogen space, and what actually are there in our policies. Anyhow, we have kept the QR codes ready for all of you to scan and download the policies, but I'll just take you through the main snippets of the policies that we are bringing. Anyhow, till it's ready. So in the green hydrogen space, so as you might be hearing from all the speakers, so it is still at a nascent stage. And morning, Anita Gupta ma'am was also telling that fuel has been changed in the history of mankind only 3 times. So it is, you can change the slide from there otherwise. So what we are targeting is, of course, big ticket investments are required. We have that advantage of 2 ports, that is at Kochi and Vilnius. But before the export and the internal consumption happens, so we need to make the field ready. So for that, so the idea is to make Kerala as a laboratory for the different technologies in hydrogen, be it the electrolyzers, be it the different technologies that are available, like HICE buses, HICE engines, fuel cell based technologies, then biomass to hydrogen, purification of existing hydrogen. So all these technologies we wanted to test in Kerala, and that is the reason why we have been actively participating in all the opportunities that Government of India is giving, and we have been awarded few pilots, and we'll be taking up those pilots. Okay. So the first of the policy is the draft. It is still in the draft stage. So hopefully in a couple of weeks, the cabinet will be clearing it. It is the green hydrogen policy. Like most of the states have brought out policy. So we have also, most of the things are common, but the most unique things only I'll be presenting here next. Kerala strongly believes that green hydrogen is going to play an important role in its net zero journey. So that is why we have kept specific targets for adoption of green hydrogen, and because export is what generally currently, if we talk about green hydrogen, everybody talks about exports. But we know that internal market is also very, very important in the green hydrogen space. And that is the reason why we are stressing that green hydrogen use case will be made mandatory by the policy, especially in 2 aspects. One is the hard to abate sector, and the second one is blending with the natural gas. So we have set a target that by 2030, so we'll be back. So by 10% by volume of blending in hydrogen in natural gas, and then 25% of hydrogen as a use case in the hard to abate sector, especially from refinery and fertilizer that are based in Kochi. And so all these pilots should help in bring down the hydrogen cost at least by 50% by 2030 and 75% in the long term. So that is the idea. So by 2040, when the state wants to become carbon neutral, so we would like to have it as a 100% hydrogen based economy. Next. So the entire use case for Kochi hydrogen was around 120 KTPA, and that is how we are proceeding. And the incentives, it is mostly similar with other states. So the special incentives that we are giving is on the first 100 megawatt of the electrolyzer, capex subsidy is being provided. So 25%, which is limited to 1.5 crores. And for the hub, green hydrogen hub, if somebody is end-to-end solutions, if somebody is bringing, so we'll be providing 50 crores for the first entity that is investing in the green hydrogen hub. And the other additional point is, so all the benefits of the EV policy. So 2019 Kerala is one of the first state to bring about EV policy, and we are now second fastest growing state in EV. So the same benefits that has promoted EV are extended to the green hydrogen also, so that the transport sector can benefit from the benefits. Then the waivers, of course, electricity at a cheaper price, so that 50% waiver on the wheeling charges and ISTS charges, and 100% waivers on the electricity duty for 10 years, and 100% waiver on the cross subsidy for 10 years. Next. So these are the special initiatives that were taken to promote indirectly the green hydrogen. So the West Coast Canal project is being developed so at almost 300 crore rupees. So as was pointed out by Professor Iyer, so we are Kerala is having a problem of land. So we are focusing mostly on the decentralized approach. So 300 crores was earmarked for acquiring small parcels of land along the West Coast Canal, so that small electrolyzers for refueling the boats, which can be used for transport in the canal, because Kerala has a national waterway, so which is going to be operationalized soon. So for the boats and as well as the buses, so a decentralized way of refueling of these boats and buses will happen. Then 1,000 crores has been earmarked in the budget for acquiring land for the Millennium Port, so which will be serving as a major center for the export of green hydrogen, as was suggested by ACSR also, and it plays a very important role in the IMEC corridor also. And Kerala, immediately after the green hydrogen mission was announced by Government of India, Kerala is the first state to announce 200 crore rupees support in the budget. January, the NGHM was announced, and in February budget, so 200 crores was earmarked. So we are coming up with the required policies to support the RE that is very much required for green hydrogen production in the form of green floating solar policy and pumped hydro policy. Next. Coming to the floating solar guidelines, so just 2 weeks back, the policy was cleared. So next. So the idea of the floating solar policy is Kerala has a lot of area which is submerged underwater and unsuitable for cultivation, including the clay mined areas and the seawater ingress areas. And of course, as morning was pointed out, we have 60 reservoirs. So there is a huge potential to generate up to 6 gigawatt in the reservoirs. So next. Next. So the provisions, the main provisions are in the reservoirs. So the rent is fixed at a very minimum. So it is 1 rupee per acre for the first 10 years. So and 1,000 per acre for the next 10 years, and 2,000 per acre for the 20 to 30 years. So which is very minimum, and it shows the intent of the government to promote private investment in this area. And applications and clearances will all be through a single window portal of the KDISC, which has been acknowledged, and that is how Kerala was #1 in the Business Reform Action Plan. Next. Coming to the other part in this, in the private fields, also we have now 2 level committees. The higher level committee, which will be clearing for the reservoirs and dams, and ANERT will be the nodal agency for the tendering process, whereas district level committees are also there, so which will help in pooling of land at the district level for the farmers. And draft power policy also. So our solar policy is as old as 2013, and wind policy is also old. So we thought, so why not have a renewed power policy which covers the entire gamut of what is happening in energy sector, which includes battery storage, pumped hydro, so and other things. So it is almost ready, and we'll be publishing it on our website for the public opinion. Next. So this is the target of the power policy, that is 1,000 megawatt of utility scale projects. So 2,500 megawatt of decentralized projects. So and 1,500 megawatt of non-solar renewable energy, and 10,000 megawatt of the transmission system. As of now, we have 5,000 megawatt of transmission system. So now we have to increase it to, if we have to export power, if we have to become power surplus and start exporting power, we need a strong transmission system. Next. These are the incentives and for the resource mobilization, just like any other state. Next. So this is the most prominent addition, that is about the energy storage. So we are making it mandatory that maybe after an installation of battery energy storage, which is also in line with the Ministry of Power guidelines. And to encourage the decentralized energy production through the solar. So the up to less than 1 megawatt scale of projects, so will be eligible for the behind the meter. And we are actively pursuing with KSERC to get the virtual net metering and the other P2P also. So it has been acknowledged by KSERC also in the document recently that they have released. Next. So these are the investment avenues. So in solar, wind, and green hydrogen, PSP and BESS. Next. Where are the pilots and all? How come you missed that slides? What have you checked then? So anyhow, I'll take you through the pilots. We have applied for two important schemes. One is through the DST, which is Hydrogen Valley Innovation Cluster, as Anita ma'am was announcing. Use the hydrogen ice-based buses, the liquid hydrogen-based buses, and the fuel cell-based bus. Again, we are working with Cochin Shipyard and others for the waterways also, water metro also. And then second use case is biomass to hydrogen. Third use case, we have a chlor-alkali plant here called Travancore Kochi Chemicals. So there, as a byproduct, hydrogen is produced, which is 99.2% pure. So we wanted to purify it to fuel cell grade hydrogen, so that will be one source of hydrogen, and see how the costs will be. And of course, fourth is the skilling. Fifth is blending with natural gas. So all these pilots will be happening in between Kochi and Trivandrum. So Kerala as a whole is considered as a valley. These are the work plans of various DST projects. So we are awaiting the Government of India clearance. So hopefully this will be announced this month. So next. So this is the RI mobility project, which RI is funding around 35 crores. So this we are doing in association with Ashok Leyland and BPCL. So this is also again we'll be using for trucks. So the other DST project, we are addressing the buses issue. So this will be addressing trucks. So 2 trucks of hydrogen ice and 2 trucks of fuel cell based trucks will be run. It should be for 2 years. In 2 years, in 24 months, the project has to be ready, and we have to play 60,000 kilometers. So Kochi, Edapal and Trivandrum, Kochi, these are the 2 routes selected for the trucks. And in the previous DST project, there are so many partners. So they are here also. Axiom is for biomass to hydrogen. Then, so we are tying up with Honda, so who has given the presentation in the morning for fuel cell, KPIT, Cochin Shipyard. So then KSRTC, CIAL. So these are all the important partners who are working with us. Next. So these are again some pilot projects we have submitted. One is WME, which is mechanical vapor compression. So because water, as such, water is precious. So why not use wastewater generated from the waste treatment plant used for hydrogen? In fact, so our university from Trivandrum, so they have gone last year on this use case to Rotterdam also for presentation. It is the same technology. So at Muttatara we have wastewater available. So why not use this technology to convert that wastewater to make it distilled water for using for electrolysis. So that is one thing. And second is, this is again German-based company which uses hydrogen-based power. It's a kind of hybrid genset. so which use biomass-based hydrogen or even hydrogen to convert into power or for use for cooling systems. So these two pilots also we have submitted to MNRE and awaiting clearance. So the idea is as I said earlier, so to do as many pilots as possible across the spectra of hydrogen, and Kerala to make Kerala as a laboratory of green hydrogen, and then so make the way clear by 2030 for the big investments to come in. So that is the idea with which Kerala is proceeding. Thank you all.